Have you ever stood up from your favorite chair and felt like your knees were arguing with you? That stiff, creaky feeling, like your joints are rusted shut after sitting still for a little too long? You're not alone. As we age, it's completely normal to notice that our joints just don't move the way they used to. Maybe it's your knees, maybe your hips, or even your shoulders, that little crunch, that stiffness, that hesitation. It sneaks up on you, doesn't it? You might think, well, that's just getting older. But here's the good news. While aging is something we all experience, the discomfort that comes with stiff, aching joints isn't something you have to simply accept. In fact, there are simple, natural ways to support your joints, and today, we're going to talk about one of the easiest and most effective: what you drink. Yes, what you drink. Because believe it or not, there are certain natural drinks that can actually help your body lubricate cartilage, reduce inflammation, and improve how your joints move. They're not magic potions, but they work with your body, gently, over time, to support flexibility and ease that stiff, achy feeling. So, if you're tired of feeling like you need a can of oil just to get moving in the morning, stay with me. We're going to walk through 5 natural drinks that can help bring life back to your joints, starting with one that's probably already in your kitchen. Let's begin with a classic that's been around for centuries but often overlooked today: warm lemon water. Now, I know, it doesn't sound like much. Just a squeeze of lemon in a glass of warm water? But don't let its simplicity fool you. Lemon water can do wonders for your body, especially first thing in the morning. Here's how it helps your joints. Lemons are packed with vitamin C, which your body needs to produce collagen. Collagen is one of the main building blocks of cartilage, that smooth, cushiony tissue that keeps your joints gliding like well-oiled gears. Without enough collagen, cartilage can wear down, and when that happens, joints get stiff and sore. Starting your day with warm lemon water not only hydrates you, which is key for keeping joints lubricated, but also helps your body build and maintain the cartilage it needs. And there's another bonus: lemon water can help flush out uric acid from your joints. That buildup of uric acid is one of the culprits behind joint pain, especially in conditions like gout. So this little drink isn't just refreshing, it's doing some behind-the-scenes cleanup work too. If you're thinking, well, I've got lemons in the fridge, then that's your first step right there. Try drinking a glass of warm lemon water before breakfast each day. It doesn't need to be fancy, just warm water, a squeeze of half a lemon, and you're good to go. Now, let's move on to something a little creamier and full of powerful nutrients your joints will love: bone broth. I know, bone broth might not sound like your typical drink, but it's a liquid powerhouse that's been used for generations, especially in traditional cooking, to support strong, healthy joints. Bone broth is made by simmering bones for hours, sometimes even a full day, and during that time, something amazing happens. The bones release collagen, gelatin, and a mix of minerals like magnesium, calcium, and phosphorus. When you sip on bone broth, you're feeding your joints directly with the materials they need to rebuild and stay supple. Think of it like this: if your joints are like the hinges on a door, bone broth is the nourishing oil that keeps those hinges smooth and squeak-free. It doesn't just mask the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem, supporting your cartilage and the connective tissues around your joints. And the gelatin found in bone broth? It's known to help reduce joint stiffness and pain, especially in people dealing with arthritis. Now, you don't have to make bone broth from scratch if that feels like too much trouble, although homemade is lovely if you have the time. These days, you can find high-quality bone broth at most grocery stores or online, and some even come in convenient sippable packets. Warm it up, sip it slowly, and let it nourish your joints from the inside out. You might even enjoy it in the evening as a relaxing ritual, instead of a cup of tea, a warm mug of broth. It's soothing, filling, and comforting, especially on those days when your joints just need a little extra care. So, we've covered lemon water in the morning to kickstart your system and support collagen, and we've added bone broth, a traditional, deeply nourishing drink that feeds your cartilage directly. 2 simple drinks, both natural, both easy to incorporate into your routine, and both with the power to make your joints feel more alive again. And just imagine how different your days could feel if your joints didn't slow you down. Getting out of bed wouldn't feel like a chore. that short walk to the mailbox could feel easy again. Even reaching up into the cupboard wouldn't come with a wince or a twinge. It's not about turning back the clock. It's about feeling more comfortable in your own body, today, tomorrow, and the days after that. There's something incredibly empowering about realizing that small, simple changes, like what you drink, can make such a meaningful difference in how you feel. Especially when you've spent years believing that joint stiffness was just another part of getting older. But it doesn't have to be. Your body is still listening to what you give it, and it's never too late to start giving it something good. Now that we've talked about warm lemon water and the soothing power of bone broth, let's turn to another drink that might surprise you, one that's not only delicious but also packed with joint-friendly benefits. And that drink is tart cherry juice. Yes, tart cherries, not the sweet ones you snack on in the summer, but the sour, deep red ones that pack a serious punch when it comes to supporting your joints. If you haven't tried tart cherry juice before, it might take your taste buds a moment to adjust. It's tangy, a little bold, but the benefits it brings are well worth that first sip. You see, tart cherries are rich in antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds, especially something called anthocyanins. These compounds help reduce swelling and stiffness in the joints, particularly in people with osteoarthritis. That means less pain, more ease of movement, and better flexibility. There have even been small studies showing that people who drink tart cherry juice regularly notice reduced joint pain and improved sleep, and we all know how much better our bodies feel when we've had a restful night. Tart cherry juice also helps your body recover after activity. So if you've had a busy day walking, gardening, or even just spending extra time on your feet, sipping a small glass of this juice in the evening can help soothe those tired joints before you head to bed. Now, here's a little tip. Because tart cherry juice is strong and can be high in natural sugars, it's often best to drink a smaller amount, about half a glass is enough. You can also dilute it with water if the taste is too intense or if you're watching your sugar intake. Some folks even enjoy it mixed with sparkling water over ice. It turns into a refreshing, fizzy drink that still gives you all the joint-loving benefits. And don't worry, you don't need to drink it every single day. Even 2 or 3 times a week can be enough to feel a difference over time. Your joints don't need much, just the right kind of care, delivered consistently and gently. Now let's move to something you might already be enjoying, especially if you've spent any time watching your heart health, and that's green tea. But this humble cup of tea does more than just calm your nerves or warm your hands on a chilly morning. Green tea is full of something called catechins, a fancy word for powerful antioxidants that help reduce inflammation throughout the body, including in the joints. Inflammation is one of the sneakiest enemies of joint health. It builds up quietly, over time, and leads to that feeling of stiffness, soreness, and reduced range of motion. But when you drink green tea regularly, those antioxidants go to work calming that inflammation and protecting the cells in your cartilage from further damage. Think of it as a little team of microscopic repairmen traveling through your bloodstream, helping to calm the irritation in your joints and slow down cartilage breakdown. It's gentle, steady support. No loud promises, no harsh side effects, just the quiet power of nature working on your behalf. And here's something else to love: green tea is soothing. It invites you to slow down, to pause. Maybe it's a late morning moment on your porch, or a quiet minute at the kitchen table in the afternoon. That peaceful ritual of sipping tea, knowing it's doing something kind for your body, can be just as healing as the tea itself. If you're not a fan of the grassy taste of plain green tea, there are so many variations now, with hints of mint, lemon, or even jasmine. Just check that it's real green tea and not loaded with added sugars or artificial flavors. Brew it fresh if you can, and let it steep long enough to get those healing compounds into your cup. And while we're on the subject of comforting, warm drinks, there's one more that deserves a spot in your daily routine, and that's turmeric milk, sometimes called golden milk. Now, if you haven't tried this before, you're in for a treat. It's creamy, cozy, and just a little spicy, like a hug in a mug. Turmeric is a bright yellow spice often used in cooking, especially in Indian dishes, but it's also one of the most powerful natural anti-inflammatories out there. The active ingredient, curcumin, has been studied for its ability to reduce joint pain and stiffness, particularly in conditions like arthritis. And when you combine turmeric with a bit of black pepper, yes, just a pinch, it helps your body absorb it much more effectively. Golden milk is usually made by gently warming milk, dairy or a non-dairy alternative like almond or oat, with turmeric, black pepper, and sometimes a touch of cinnamon or ginger for extra flavor. Some people add a drizzle of honey for sweetness, but that part's up to you. It's not just a tasty bedtime drink, it's like medicine, hidden in comfort. Over time, drinking turmeric milk a few nights a week can help reduce that deep, aching inflammation in your joints. It helps your body stay flexible and reduces the kind of stiffness that makes getting up from the couch feel like climbing a mountain. Plus, it can help you relax and wind down before sleep, and as we mentioned earlier, good rest is half the battle when it comes to healing. What I love most about these drinks, the lemon water, the bone broth, the tart cherry juice, the green tea, and the golden milk, is that they're not extreme. They're not difficult. They're not expensive or hard to find. They're simple, familiar, and gentle, just like the way we should treat our bodies as we get older. With care. With kindness. With patience. You don't need to do all of them at once. Maybe you start with lemon water in the morning. Then add in a little cherry juice during the week. Or try sipping on green tea after lunch instead of reaching for a second cup of coffee. Let it build naturally into your day, like watering a garden. Over time, that garden, your body, will show you the difference. Next, we'll explore one final drink that ties all of this together. It might not be as well known as the others, but it's incredibly powerful when it comes to supporting healthy joints and keeping you moving with ease. And that final drink is aloe vera juice. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Isn't aloe vera for sunburns? And yes, you're right, many of us have used that cool, soothing gel to calm our skin after a little too much sunshine. But when taken internally, aloe vera offers a different kind of healing, one that works deep in the body, particularly in the joints. Aloe vera juice is made by extracting the inner gel from the leaves of the aloe plant, and it's been used for centuries in traditional medicine to soothe inflammation and support digestion. But here's where it gets interesting. Aloe vera contains plant compounds that help reduce swelling in the joints and support tissue repair. Some of these compounds, like asamanin, have natural anti-inflammatory and immune-supporting effects, which can be incredibly helpful when your joints feel stiff or achy. The best part? Aloe vera juice also helps the body stay hydrated. And hydration plays a huge role in joint health. Think of the cartilage between your joints like a sponge. When it's well hydrated, it's soft, flexible, and cushions your movements beautifully. But when you're dehydrated, that sponge dries out. It becomes stiff, brittle, and painful to move. So a drink like aloe vera juice does double duty. It helps calm inflammation and supports healthy, hydrated cartilage. Now, a little goes a long way. Aloe vera juice can have a strong taste and, in some cases, can act as a gentle laxative if you drink too much. So start small, a couple of ounces mixed into water or juice is enough. Just make sure you're using a brand that's made for drinking and clearly labeled as safe for internal use. You want the inner leaf or filtered juice, not the whole leaf kind, which can be too harsh on the digestive system. And don't feel like you have to love the taste right away. You can mix it with a splash of tart cherry juice or even stir it into a smoothie. Some people even keep it chilled in the fridge and sip on a small glass mid-morning as a refreshing pick-me-up. However you enjoy it, aloe vera juice can be that final, gentle push your joints need to feel more mobile and less inflamed. Now, let's take a step back and just think about what we've covered together. We started with warm lemon water, bright, cleansing, and full of vitamin C to help build collagen. Then we moved to bone broth, rich in natural collagen and minerals, nourishing your joints from the inside out. We sipped tart cherry juice, which calms joint inflammation and helps with recovery. We made space for green tea, that antioxidant-packed ally in the fight against stiffness. We added golden milk, warm, creamy, and deeply anti-inflammatory. And now, we've brought aloe vera juice into the mix, quiet and powerful, offering hydration and gentle healing. None of these drinks are complicated. None of them require a trip to a specialist store or hours in the kitchen. They're small changes, tucked gently into your day, and over time, they can bring real, noticeable relief. Because it's not about doing everything perfectly. It's about listening to your body, taking small steps, and giving your joints the care they've earned after all these years of carrying you through life. Maybe you've spent decades putting others first. Raising kids, working hard, keeping the home together, caring for loved ones. It's easy to let your own needs fall by the wayside. But now, this chapter, it's yours. And taking care of your joints means giving yourself the freedom to keep enjoying the things you love. Whether that's gardening, dancing in the kitchen, playing with the grandkids, or simply walking without pain. And if you've been feeling frustrated lately, stiff knees in the morning, sore hips at night, that sense that your body is slowly closing in on you, I want you to remember something: your body hasn't given up. It's still working for you. It's still responding to the choices you make. Even now, even in your 60s, 70s, or beyond. That spark of healing is still there. You just need to feed it, gently, consistently, and with care. So start with just one drink. Maybe it's the lemon water tomorrow morning, or a warm mug of golden milk before bed. Let it be a quiet promise to yourself. A way of saying, I deserve to feel good in my body. And if you've already tried one or more of these drinks, I'd love to hear how they've worked for you. Everyone's journey is a little different, and your story might help someone else who's just starting. So feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. Your wisdom is valuable here. If you found this video helpful, go ahead and give it a like. It helps more people discover natural ways to care for their joints. And if you'd like more content like this, tips, encouragement, and easy health habits designed especially for folks over 60, be sure to subscribe to the channel. We're building a community where feeling good again isn't just possible, it's expected. Because you're not stuck. You're not too old. And you're definitely not finished. You're just getting started with a little more wisdom and a whole lot of heart. Here's to freedom of movement, to waking up without pain, and to living your best life, one sip at a time.